And hi, everybody. Very, very good morning, and welcome to another edition of Let's Explore with Cuckoo About Nature Club. Today, we have a very interesting session. We have a webinar by Zaisha, and she is going to talk about wolves. So, a little bit about Zaisha. Zaisha is 10 years old. She's a student of Step by Step School in Delhi. She is a wildlife and nature enthusiast. She loves reading nature and wildlife books, watching documentaries, as well as animal rescue shows. She also represented her school at WWF India quiz, which was in 2018. She's highly passionate about wolves and loves researching on them. She has even adopted a wolf, which is something we definitely want to hear about how we can adopt a wolf like Zaisha has. So today she's going to take us through this little presentation. There's a little video that she's got for us, and just get us to know a little bit more about wolves and her story of getting fascinated and connected with the wolves. So Zaisha, over to you. We all super excited. All the best. Now we want to hear your story.
Okay. So I got very interested in wolves when I was 9 because I really liked because they're just very cute and they're very similar to dogs, and the different colors also, because mostly animal has a natural color to become black, which is one of my favorite colors. I've not heard of any others. And I like that they live in also small packs and families, because most carnivorous creatures don't, except lions and some others. They can be very nice, and if they haven't seen humans before, they can be kind of very kind. But if you kind of suddenly go and start attacking them, they can just start attacking you. And they sometimes people think they're very scary, but they're actually very very cute and wolf and dog like. So first, in the prehistoric times, people used to take wolf puppies and make take them, and that's how they started getting dogs and stuff. So I'm gonna go to the next slide. So there'll be a few slides of these, which are like the largest members of the dog family, and and everyone knows they live in packs. Wolf pups are normally born in spring, but can get born in a bit few months earlier. They live in their mother in the den.
Zaisha, you need to go to the next slide, please.
Wait, oh, I forgot I need to unmute and unpause that. So this one's all about wolves. Wolves live in the northern hemisphere and in America, Europe, Asia, and North Africa. Mostly in remote wilderness, but red wolves, which I'm going to talk about later, prefer to live in swamps and coastal areas. People think that they live only in cold climates, like this wolf, though they can live in hot temperatures. Wolves how to communicate communicate. They don't howl to the moon at all. Each wolf's howl is unique. Like a zebra's stripe is different, and a person's fingerprint is different. And even wolves from different areas, like wolves in India, uh, will have have a different tone of a howl than in America. If alone, a wolf may howl to, like, say, "I'm lost," to his pack or his or her pack, and the pack will go looking for him or her. So they can howl very loudly. Wolves are very shy animals. They're sometimes loving and strong and intelligent. They mostly try to stay away from humans and are very curious. There are two species, grey wolves and red wolves. Red wolves are smaller than grey wolves, and they were actually made by mixing African wolf and a fox. Grey wolves uh, can be variously different colors. Red wolves are mostly brown, tan, with black along their backs. Now, some grey wolves, most common, have 40 subspecies. Red wolves are endangered and scarce. So they normally prey on sick, injured, old, young elk or moose and deer. They allow the healthy animals to breed and continue their species. They help feed other animals in the ecosystem. Other scavengers like eagles, bears, crows eat the remains. Now, there are some differences between these creatures. So, this one's a wolf, this is coyote, fox, and red wolf. So, the wolves are definitely not foxes because they're much larger than a fox, and they are bigger, broader, and the snout is smaller and less pointed. Less pointed ears, and also have less pointed ears compared to a fox. And they're also not coyotes, which look very similar to a wolf, as you can see in this picture. They are also much larger, and they have rounded ears, and coyotes have these long, taller ones. And you can't see it in the picture, but the coyotes have much narrow and pointed noses. So they're also not jackals that look like coyotes. They're much larger, taller, and taller. And wolves are carnivorous. That means that they eat only meat. Jackals are omnivorous. That means that they eat plants and meat. So does, they're similar to red fox. So they live in India. So they're mixed between grey wolf and red fox. Other names are Asiatic wild dogs, Indian wild dog, whistling dog, red dog, or mountain wolf. And they're very less territorial. So these are some, so as you've been hearing in some stories like Red Riding Hood, that wolves are very evil, cowardly, cruel, and savage, but they're actually none of the above. So wolves have a family, also pack. Those those are like a family group. So they only have two alphas, a male and a female. The sizes come from 3 to 20 wolves, usually 6 to 8 wolves, and they work together to hunt and take care of the pups. A wolf pack has a set of social structure and rules. The pack are ruled by leaders, alpha male and alpha female. They are the only ones who get to breed and get babies. And alphas also get to eat first because they're the eldest. So there are three stations. So alphas are highest, then in the middle they're the normal wolves, and at the lowest they're omega. So the omega can leave the pack at will, and alphas get to do everything they want. Though the middle wolves can try and overthrow the alpha, and if the alpha loses in the battle, he or she has to leave the pack and gets to be a lone wolf or create a new one. The survival of wolves. In the wild, they live shorter because they don't get that much food as they get in the zoos. And there's a lot of loss of habitat, and sometimes humans even shoot wolves. There was also an incident when wolves had got removed from Yellowstone National Park for many years, and the whole area got kind of disrupted because there were too many elk and deer and creatures like that. They grazed on mostly all the grass, and all the grass almost got removed. But when the wolves got introduced, this is what happened. So, can anyone see this? So, going back to the presentation. So, this is a wolf I adopted. So, here's the adoption certificate. It's from the Wolf Conservation Center. And so this is about him. So he's a 9-year-old ambassador wolf. Ambassador wolves are wolves that are used to do education to people. So he was born on 20th April 2011. He was a black and gray male, and he is very feisty. And he's a very big crowd pleaser because he loves to howl. And the type of wolf he is a Rocky Mountain gray wolf. So these are some of the arts I've been drawing since I love wolves. And these are some resources I was searching on. So this is the Wolf Conservation Center where I adopted Zephyr from. Oh, and there's a video game called Wolf Quest that you can play. And this book is also a good resource. The end. Does anyone have any queries?
So, hi, I think we have a large group of participants here with us. So, anyone has any questions, uh, you can ask, you can raise your hands, you can just ask in the chat box. Okay. All right. So, we have a question from Mr. Shyam here. He's saying, do albino wolves exist?
Now I don't know, like literally everything. So I think they do, but I don't know. It's maybe right or maybe wrong.
Okay, cool. We have another interesting question. I think you've already answered it. So, have you seen wolves? Is Noshireen is asking. So, have you seen wolves in person?
Yeah, once on a holiday when we were going on a safari, we saw a few wolves just romping around.
Okay, cool. So there is a question from Shivansh. So Shivansh is saying, how many types of wolves do we see in India?
I think only 3 or 4.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, so this is very interesting. I mean, we'd love to hear a little bit more. So you are, one of the few cuckoos that I know at Can Club who has adopted a wolf. Uh, so can you tell us, I think, so why did you want to adopt the wolf, and, how has your experience been? It'll be nice if you can share about that with everybody on the group.
I so my experience, somebody asked when I adopted the wolf, was like I was very excited. So they would so we were doing it for like 3 months, only for 3 months. So I adopted the wolf. Apparently, what happens when you adopt a wolf from there is that you hear about the wolf and what happens and stuff, and we could have also gone to meet Zephyr, but the coronavirus, so we couldn't do it. Oh, and the way I adopted, why I chose Zephyr from the others, because his name starts with Z, and he has one of my favorite colors, which is black, and I think he's very cute. So yeah,
Okay,
and
good.
doesn't have that many.
Okay, so people want to know more about Zephyr. How many brothers and sisters does Zephyr have?
Maybe I'll just do some.
Would you have any pictures to share with the group here about the wolf that you've adopted?
Um, I don't have that much, but I'm just gonna share the link of the conservation center that they can
Awesome.
read more about Zephyr.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
So Adhirit wants the website.
I just send the link on chat.
Awesome. Okay, great. There's still more questions coming about the wolves that you have adopted, Zaisha.
I only have adopted.
So, so there's Anvita is asking, how did it go when you adopted him? So, want to just share a little bit about the story with everyone. We have quite a large group here. Uh,
Oh, and there's also something very cool in if you click on the link, you're gonna go to the center, and if you go and click on Meet Our Wolves, you can see about all the wolves, and if you click on webcams, you can see all the wolves live.
wow. Okay. So I think we have lots to explore, all of us today. Okay, so any more questions from the audience? This has indeed been an interesting morning. Short, brief. Uh, okay, there's another question. Is adopting wolves same as adopting dogs or a bit challenging?
It's the same.
Okay, okay, awesome. I think the website, Isan, she's just shared
We
the
don't bring the wolf
website.
home. We just don't bring the wolf home. So we can meet the wolf, and we can also like check what happens and stuff.
Okay, cool. So I've shared the website again. Any more questions from the group? If not, then we can.
Somebody's talking. I can't hear them.
So again, a lot of questions people want to know about
Who's
Zephyr.
talking?
Become a little hero for us on the group. So how often do you get updates on Zephyr?
Once a month, and we also get one picture of the wolf. There are a lot
Okay.
of other wolves you can adopt. You can choose from those.
Yeah. So
I shared that on the on the second slide.
So I think some people joined us late. So Ranav is asking us, what fascinates you about wolves? So
I
if you could
shared
just
that on the
take 2
second
minutes,
slide. I'm gonna.
just if you could take us back to the slide and just refresh.
Okay, I'm gonna go to this one.
Yep.
This. Here are the points. Here are the points for the answer.
And I think I liked when you said wolves are misunderstood, and there are so many myths about wolves. So I think that's really a good point to ponder for all of us because we read stories when we are growing up. Little Red Riding Hood is an example of one, you know, uh, where we grow up with myths, but actually, that's not true. They are very adorable animals. They live in groups or family. You talked about that. And it's a very shy creature from inside. So those were good references. Do you want to share the little wolf cushion that we see here, which travels with you everywhere?
This one.
Yeah. Okay, great. With this, I think we conclude the discussion for today. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Um, we will have more sessions at Let's Explore. Next weekend, which is 15th of August, we have an art jam session. So all of you are invited to join us for the art jam session. I will, if you can share your email ID or your contact number, you can personally send it to me in this chat. We will share more details about the art jam session. And following weekends, we follow up with more talks by other cuckoos at Cuckoo About Nature Club. So, Zaisha, thank you so much. This was really fabulous. We absolutely loved your session on wolves. And I think there are at least everybody in this group who are fascinated and will go back and, explore more about wolves. So, thanks for engaging us. Thanks for exploring the wolf story with us. With this, we conclude, everybody. See you next weekend for the Art Jam session. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Aisha. Bye.
Bye. I'm leaving the meeting.